Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I'm a Nigerian American student at Princeton University. I'm in my third year right now, and I'm majoring in sociology. But I've definitely had my runaround in tech and software engineering, and I would love to tell you about what I love about it and why I want to be in tech long term after I graduate. So growing up, I always was fascinated by computers. I always would just play on the computer, and I would always be very, very excited after seeing all the ridiculous things my computer would do, whether it be playing a video game or just being on Google and seeing how Google could find me the answers to all my homework problems. But the first time I was formally introduced to programming was when I got into college and I took an introduction to computer science class. That class was very hard, I'll be the first one to admit, but also very, very rewarding. I remember I would always feel so accomplished and proud after I got through a difficult problem, even if it had taken me hours or days to complete. It never felt like it wasn't worth it. And I was fortunate enough to get accepted to Pinterest as an intern, software engineering intern. So I interned there the summer after my first year of university, and that summer turned out to be arguably the best summer of my life. It also had the best salary of my life, not to mention that. But yeah, I mean, aside from the money, I was so happy to see how much I was able to learn from this program specifically. Number one, obviously, I learned computer science skills. I learned Python, an entire programming language, in the first week of my internship. So you can only imagine what I learned in the other 7 weeks that came after that. I also learned teamwork skills. I worked in a small team of 3. We would meet multiple times every day, just to update each other on the progress we had made towards assignments and deadlines, to help one another if anyone was running into any problems. It was my first time working in a formal team setting for an extended period of time, and I definitely was able to get a lot better at working with others and also even managing others. And there's a lot of people think that programming is very difficult. It is very difficult, but there are ways to get through it. I somehow ended up at Pinterest, and there were times where I felt like I wasn't qualified. There were times where I was struggling more than other people, and I was confused. I was like, what's going on? Why is this so hard? I should be able to do this. And it turns out that I was trying too hard to solve everything myself. I was banging my head against the wall for hours trying to solve a little problem that, sometimes that little problem was just a typo in my code. And that typo could be easily found if I just share my code with one of my partners, have them look through it, and then they would say, oh yeah, you spelled that word wrong. That's an easy fix. And that 3-hour struggling process could be diminished down to maybe 20 minutes. So that was something that I really had to learn over the summer. Go to others for feedback. Don't spend too long trying to solve a problem. There's a reason why you're working at a company and you're not just working by yourself. It's very powerful when you can leverage the knowledge and the experience, the skills of other people around you. And that's something that I recommend anyone who is struggling with computer science programming. That's what you need to do to succeed. Leverage the others around you. But the reason why I think computer science is such an awesome career and something that you should be getting into long term is because the world is moving towards technology. Tech boom just occurred in the past 20 years or so. The dot-com bubble just occurred in the early 2000s, and we can see how much of our world is revolving around that now. I'm sure most of you don't go a day without either checking or looking at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of these social medias. Everybody uses phones. Technology is all around us, and technology is powered by programming. So if the world is shifting more and more towards tech, and you aren't getting that programming experience and knowledge, you are actually going to be falling behind the direction that the world is going into. I've always been someone that wants to beat the rest of the world to the new trends. You know, if there's some awesome song that comes out, I want to be one of the first people to listen to it. So if there's a skill that is becoming more and more valuable in our world, I want to be one of the first people to be a master of that skill. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think computer science is really a field that people should be pursuing, regardless of the difficulty. There are ways to get around the difficulty. You don't have to be a genius to be a genius coder. That's how I would put it. But yeah, I thank you all for listening, and hope that you can start your journey in tech and see where it goes. You never know.